Hey guys, King Swamp here. Today's video will be about the Triceratops. It's a common dinosaur. Everyone who knows anything about dinosaurs should be familiar with the Triceratops already. Our lovable three-horned herbivore. There's 4 different variations of the Triceratops in this game. We have the regular one right here. And we have the one from Aberration, glows in the dark, immune to radiation. And we have the tech version, which is found on Genesis. And then we have the X version, which is also found in Genesis. X version looks really cool because it looks like it's got magma from the volcano, because it is on the volcanic map. Alright, so we're going to go find one, tame it. They're common on the island. They're a knockout tame. Eat berries, but we're also going to tame it with simple kibble, so we can get a higher one with better stats. We're going to take Link, our parasaur, out to be our mount for this mission. I'm going to give him some... we want him to be a little faster. See a raptor in the water. Probably going to aggro on us. No, he didn't see us. As I said earlier, the trikes, people call Triceratops trike for short. They are common. They're found everywhere on the island except the Arctic region. We'll begin on the beaches and work our way around. Hopefully, yep, I see one right away. Hopefully it's a decent level. Good spyglass. 25. I do like the colors on it though. Being attacked by combies. Oh. We'll let the Triceratops take out the compies. Now the Triceratops has a buff that wild ones will have as well. If we were on a Rex, or if there was a Rex nearby, or any other large carnivore, the Triceratops will start glowing. So when it's glowing, it gets a damage buff. And the Triceratopses they pretty much will be able to do extra damage when that buff is active. It's a level 20. It's weaker than what we want. Need a drink. The little flame on the bottom right corner means that it's hot and my water is depleting. If the fireball gets bigger, my health will start depleting, and that means I'm overheating. Black armor generally keeps me warm already, so wearing this metal armor in the sun definitely doesn't do me any favors for my body temperature. Alright, there's another Triceratops over here. What level are you, my friend? 50. Alright, we'll take the level 50. One cool thing that I forgot to mention about the Parasaur, it's the second saddle you can craft when you're leveling up. And you can actually use your weapons off its back. It definitely will take some practice with aiming and moving at the same time. Now, Triceratops take reduced damage from projectiles if you shoot them in the face, in the front, because of its skull. So you'll always want to, usually the rule is the headshots will give more damage in torpor, but Triceratops actually counters that rule, and it's the opposite. Triceratops will take reduced damage and reduced torpor if it gets hit in the head. So we want to hit it in the body. We missed. It looks like we would have hit, but it missed. You'll get a cue when the reticle turn there, when it gets a red X. Like right there. It was slight. Alright, so the Triceratops is going to be chasing us now. I could probably do this quicker on foot, so I'm going to hop off Link. Triceratops is still after us. See if I can get him stuck in the trees. Yep. And he's down. They don't take a lot to get down as long as you don't hit him in the head. And that if you have a good crossbow. We'll use the Parasaur's radar to see if there's anything that could interrupt our taming process. Something in the water, but it's probably just piranha. So they won't be bothering us. Put the kibble in the inventory. Probably don't even need that much kibble. The Dododex app will tell you how much of any kind of food that a dino needs. All you gotta do is search for the dino, key in the information, and it'll tell you everything you need to know. If we were to be using berries for the process, it would take longer, and then we would probably need narco berries to keep the Triceratops asleep. Alright, so he just did the eating animation once. 15%. So that means I can take out a few. Leave 8 in there for good measure. Now, if this is your first Triceratops that you're taming and you're just starting out, you definitely won't have any ingredients to be able to make the simple kibble. So you would be forced to use berries on it, namely the Majo berries, the purple ones. Once you do have a breeding pair of Triceratops, though, their eggs can be used in the kibble recipe, I believe. Let me double check that because I don't want to tell you guys false information. Yep, their eggs should be used in the recipe for simple kibble. Now you will also need to, if you want to craft the simple kibble, you'll have to have a farm started, which I showed in the Fioma video, because you need at least 2 rock carrots per kibble recipe for the simple kibble. It also requires 1 cooked fish meat, so you'll have to kill some fish, 5 mejoberries, 5 pieces of fiber, and a water source. But once you have a breeding pair of Triceratops, then you'll be able to start working on simple kibble. There are also a handful of other dinos. Their eggs can be used for simple kibble too, which I'll go over in future videos. Where are we at? 45. I saw some movement over here, but I think it was a moth chops. These guys are friendly. We use the radar again. Still the same. Oh, those are probably all piranha as well. We still haven't seen the Mesopithecus since I tried to show you guys how to tame one. The shoulder monkey. If we do find one in the middle of a video of another dino, I will show you guys how to tame it. Well, there's a cool tech parasaur. What level is that? 42? I like the colors on it. Might go ahead and tame it as well. Not going to use kibble on it. Mainly use kibble for things that I'm going to be using in combat or for raising purposes in the future. So we're definitely going to have to get more mayho berries for that. I could give it the other berries, but then that would take even longer. So we're going to put Link to work here. And these are what make the starting herbivores, not counting the Fioma, since the Fioma can't do this, so invaluable. Because collecting berries by hand will take a long time, and sometimes you won't ever even pick up the right berry that you need, such as a narco berry if you're trying to keep them asleep. And then they'll wake up because you spent so much time trying to harvest the correct berry. One other thing to mention, if you do not put enough food in the dino's inventory, and it will start to reduce the taming progress and effectiveness. So you always want to make sure you have a surplus amount of the correct food in the dino's inventory. Otherwise it'll ruin the taming process and you'll have to start over or find a new dino completely. %. my little saber-toothed chibi. %. So one more feeding will give us our trike at level 74. It's a girl. Maybe, I think we'll name this one Zelda. It goes with the Triforce theme. She's not Zelda's colors, but it'll go with the theme. I mean, we have Link here anyway, and they're gonna be best friends. We're gonna look on the taming progress bar of the Parasaur. Alright, we have Zelda. I'm gonna throw a saddle on her. I have a pod for Link. Alright, we're gonna put Link away. Anything in his inventory except for his saddle will drop to the ground once you cryo them. So I don't really need to bring anything with me. Maybe more Meisho berries. Go ahead and fill my food. Eat these. And I'll leave the rest of this stuff here because I don't need it. Alright, so trikes are generally slow. I'm sprinting right now. This is their normal walk speed. But they have a charge attack. So you would hold left trigger down, and it has a heart meter on the upper right section of the screen below its other stats. Once that's full in red, you can let go, and the Triceratops will break off into a charge. And you can steer. It does drain its stamina though, but the stamina will charge as you're charging the charge meter. Sorry for using the word charge a lot. If the Triceratops runs into an enemy dino or wild dino during this process, it will stun whatever it ran into, massively reducing their speed. So you can even do this to a Rex, and with the damage buff that you'll get from having a large carnivore nearby, it's a good ambush tactic. A pack of trikes can do some heavy damage on a Rex. Most of the time the trike won't be able to win one-on-one though, even with the damage boost, because trikes generally have low health. Rexes are tanky. But for beginners, the trike's pretty good. Its regular attack has a short AoE in the front, and it sends anything smaller than it flying away. As we can see, we knocked those dodos into the water. So they definitely come in handy, especially against raptors, because raptors are a bane if you're first starting out, but once you learn how to fight them, and you'll be able to survive with the Triceratops. Even a low-level Triceratops would be able to win against a raptor because the knockback, you can just keep headbutting. Just watch your stamina though. If your stamina status is too low, you'll end up passing out. You'll overexert the dino. The trike gathers berries better than the parasaur does, mainly because it has a wider AoE. So if you're around a lot of bushes like this, you definitely harvest more berries. And now we are carrying too much because we harvested so much. Alright, I will keep the thatch and a bit of the wood, but I won't keep everything. I'm just showing you how good it is at harvesting. So in terms compared to the parasaur covers more land quicker and has the radar function, but the Triceratops is better for combat. Does more damage, has knockback. Well, they generally both work the same. In PvP, since the trike has reduced damage from projectiles in the front, it's a good raid dino to soak gun turrets, or if players are firing arrows or bullets at you, the trike will take reduced damage from those projectiles. And if your opponent's aim isn't good, it will shield you in the process. You can still get picked off its back though from a long neck rifle, so you're not entirely invincible. I'll give Zelda more stamina. So that pretty much is it about the trike. If I would give it a grade, which I do at the end of each of my videos unless I forgot, because I forgot to in the penguin, but I let you know the grade in the comments. The trike I would give a C. It's great for starting out, great average dino. Its only downfall is its low HP pool, low stamina pool. Even though it gets the damage buff against large carnivores, 1v1, it's not really a good choice to fight. If you raise a pack of them, that'll be a different story. Great for harvesting berries and such. So it doesn't suck by any means, but it's definitely your average dinosaur. So yeah, final grade will be a C. That's it for the trike, and that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions about the Triceratops or any stories you want to share, maybe some strategies that I haven't mentioned, feel free to let me know in the comments below. This is King Swamp signing off.